welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smutty books that my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hi.
Hi.
Vanessa's saying some vulgar stuff right before we record.
She did.
Yeah,
she
getting us in the mood.
I didn't say anything.
Liar.
Ugh, she always does.
We have the recording.
Yeah. How are y'all today?
Good.
Good. I'm in a hat because I need to wash my hair, and I'm wearing one of our Clutch My Pearls hats. So you can find it. Link in bio to get our merch.
If you haven't washed your hair, throw on a hat.
That's
Clutch
what's
your
up.
pearls.
You know. I didn't wear the Busy Businesswoman one. This is just a classic logo one.
I love
should've
it.
done Busy Business because I'm too busy to wash my hair.
It looks amazing.
Thank you.
That does make
I
sense,
love that.
though. Yeah.
This week we have a Vanessa book.
Ooh. I thought I had an edge because we were talking about a book that you thought you were going to do.
Uh-huh.
And then you changed it.
I totally
so now
changed my mind.
I'm
I was
back in the dark.
wrestling, yes.
Oof.
I don't know. I was just going back and forth. It was a dark romance, and I just wasn't really like feeling it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Maybe it'll be a Patreon episode where I feel like safe. But
Ooh, to raw dog it. Yeah.
Yeah, because the things you were telling me, I was like, this is going to be a hell of an episode. But okay,
Oh.
yeah, patrons. We'll get there one day.
I want to say shout out to Nicole with 2 L's, our
Ooh.
wide shoes
Oh,
inventor.
our ridge?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you talking about with the cut?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I know what you guys are talking about.
She, the one that was like, what are you guys talking about?
When
The one
she
that
asked,
kicked
"What
off
is wide
us going,
shoes?"
oh, wait,
Yeah.
that's what we heard too. It's
Yeah.
not wide shoes. Okay,
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah.
She sent me a reel on Instagram, or she sent us a reel on Instagram, me, because it's just me. She sent us a reel on Instagram, and she was like, whenever I think about cowboys, this is who I think about.
We're doing
Ooh.
cowboys.
Who is it?
I don't know who it was. I posted it on our stories.
It's just like a guy, like a
Oh.
cowboy guy.
Yeah, he's like some guy like putting like shoes on a horse. Or what do you call it?
Like changing its little clickers.
Yeah.
Its little shoes.
And he's not-
I like horseshoes.
His horseshoes.
Okay. She is also like, I'm obsessed with her. She sent us an email that she got the Busy Businesswoman mug.
Oh yes, quality
And
check.
I mentioned this in the episode of So All Right that I did with my husband, talking about us, because it's all I talk about. And she mentioned that she was walking like past her husband with her Busy Businesswoman mug, and he slapped her ass,
Hell yeah.
as they do.
Gave her the
and she
knee.
dropped her mug, and they were both like, no, but it survived.
Wow.
That's because it's-
So she was like, shout out to the quality. She was like, my husband and I were both so scared that I'd broken my favorite mug. But, you know, it's ass slapped approved.
That's right.
Oh my God! It's because it's a smut podcast, and you can get naughty
get rough.
with your merch.
Oh my God, I am obsessed with her. Yes.
So yeah, so like I said, I was having a hard time picking a book,
Uh-huh.
and she was like, "Keep this in mind next time you guys do a cowboy book." And I was like, "You know what?
It's a
Fuck
sign.
You know what?
It's a sign.
Giddy
It's a
up.
sign."
Yeah. Yeehaw.
And everybody talks about book number 2 of
Is this Flawless sequel?
Flawless's brother. Yes.
Ooh, which one is
this the one
it?
where he's a dad?
Yes.
We're in our daddy era.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got caught up.
It was so funny. I was telling Barbara, I was like, it's so funny. I was like looking at the calendar, and I was like, what book is going to come out for Father's Day? And it had already come out, and it was
God.
caught up with the dad. And I
We
was like,
accidentally did a
Yeah.
daddy book for Father's Day. We're witches.
witches.
Which is
We're naturals.
So, what is this one called?
Heartless.
Are they all less?
Ooh.
I think so. I think one's like powerless.
Ooh.
Homeless. Jobless.
Yes.
Jobless.
Spineless.
I see these books a lot when I'm Hansel and Gretel in our cards places. I see this at Sam's Club, which is
Yeah.
shows where I go.
Yes. Yes.
Well, everybody talks. I mean, obviously, people make fun of the whole milk situation from book
Oh
1.
fuck, that
Why?
was milk.
Yeah.
Oh,
forgot the milk.
God.
We've had other
and not
milking
the good
related
milk.
things.
Yeah, this
not,
was
not
the
the good Minotaur milk.
This was like Big Milk was like affecting his
Big
career.
Pharma, Big
Yeah.
Milk is gonna.
Stomp them out.
So is this one about milk?
No.
Okay.
But everybody always says it's all about book 2.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I was like, I gotta know.
This is a Now we have to know.
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
I'm
Chestnut
excited.
Springs is the series.
Oh my
Elsie something was your last name?
Elsie Silver.
Silver Springs.
Silver Spring. Oh
There
my
you
God,
go.
Fleetwood Mac.
There you
Oh
go.
God.
Oh,
I'm back.
God.
I'm back to the live moment
She's-
where Stevie's singing and looking right at Lindsay while she's singing Silver Springs. Ah.
Oh my God.
I'm back.
You picked a good one. All right, what are we in for?
I also want to say I really loved how I was trying to figure out a cute
loves
way
you.
She loves me.
to walk us into this book, like Barbara did with Caught Up.
Uh-huh.
She was like, remember that time? And then I was like, oh my God, are we doing Caught Up?
Transition.
Yeah, but I'm not good at that.
You did.
So
I already
got
forgot
excited
what I
about
said.
Cowboys.
Credit to you.
Yes.
All right.
So working as a nanny for the world's grumpiest single dad should
Oh my
have
God.
been
Sorry.
simple.
I was like, I'm not going to
Grumpy.
interrupt her. And then I immediately was like, he's grumpy.
He's grumpy.
He's the grumpiest. So while I'll do a
Seven
little...
Dwarfs. He's grumpy.
No.
Oh, no.
The guy from
I'm
the first
already
book was
knowing
the
it.
first book was Milky.
We're on one today. Oh, fuck. Milky.
Okay, he's so grumpy. Grumpy daddy.
Except I can't keep my eyes off of him, and he can't keep his hands off of me.
Oh,
Cade Eaton.
right, because we talked
The
about Cade,
Eaton.
something
Yeah.
else. Okay.
Cage.
Cage. I feel like there was another
Was
Cade.
that the brother? What's Milky?
Rhett was the brother.
Rhett Butler.
Rhett Butler, yeah, with the drapes.
Oh yeah, I was very Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
His name's Rhett. Yeah.
This one's Disney Snow White and Seven
Yeah.
Dwarfs.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cade Eaton is 13 years older than I am and
Once
barely...
again, didn't. But I was
Katie
like,
is 13 years old. I don't think we should do this.
we should, guys, we shouldn't do it.
13 years older
Bring us
than
the dark
me.
romance. This is okay.
So is this a bigger age gap than the
He's...
swimming pool one?
No.
No.
Birthday girl.
Birthday girl. What was that age gap?
19 and...
Daddy and
38.
Right, she
Teenager.
was underage. Like not underage, but like not drinking.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, 13
What
years.
if we let her get
She's-
through the rest of the synopsis?
She's 25, he's 38. I fucking doubt it. He barely looks my way until I get him in the hot tub one night for a game of truth or dare. Then all bets are off, and so are our clothes.
Oh.
He's gruff, a little rough around the edges, but broad-shoulder ranchers with callous hands and filthy mouths are...
Cow's hands?
Callous?
Callus from the cows.
From
Just little with the little shoes.
What did I say? You were...
I know,
totally
yeah.
gonna-
Sorry.
We nailed it.
But too much fun with your books.
But broad-shoulder ranchers and calloused hands and filthy mouths are the city girl's kryptonite. So who am I to resist? But it's in our quiet moments together that he softens. It's when he takes care of me that I realize his hardened exterior is just a facade.
He tucks her in.
It's when I watch him go all sweet with his little boy that I really fall for him. Someone convinced him once that his best wasn't good enough, but I've never felt more cherished than I do in his arms.
Was it his dad
His
who told him he wasn't good
mom.
enough? Mom died a long time ago.
no. Luke's the kid's mom.
The kid's baby mama.
Baby mom.
Baby mama. Someone convinced him once that his best wasn't good enough, but I've never felt more cherished than I do in his arms. My contract may say this arrangement is only for 2 months, but my heart says this is forever.
What does your vagina say?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Forever.
They're in the hot tub. I'm concerned.
They were closed when they got in the hot tub. I
PH.
pictured them going in.
Oh, yeah.
Like then our clothes came up. And I get it, it's in their bathing suit. But again, where my mind goes that they got in like jeans and a t-shirt.
This is not working. Okay, so she's a nanny.
Short-term nanny. These are all people that work on short, contracts.
Yes.
She's only going to be his PR agent for a moment. He's
Yes.
only going to be the nanny for
She's
a
only
little
gonna
bit.
work on the farm for one season.
Just a little bit.
And she's a city girl.
Ooh.
I'll get into that.
Okay, she'll get into it.
She's gonna
Emily,
get into
let
it.
her get into it.
476 pages.
Ooh.
Do you want to guess?
204.
167.
Okay. He comes in his pants at 180.
Rough around the edges. That's why he's in the hot tub. He's like, quick.
He's like, I need my saddle. Like,
She blows him 267.
Okay, when
And
does
then
she come?
They come together 294.
Oh, wow. She really does take care of him.
She's feeling cherished.
Well, he goes down on her after she gives him a blowjob.
Oh.
Does she come?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's okay.
Aw,
Yeah, yeah.
He's grumpy, but
Maybe I just didn't write that one down.
He takes
Sorry.
care. Which would be in the same vein.
Yeah. Same page. So Cade is the oldest brother.
okay,
And
okay, got it. Responsibility.
Yeah,
Capricorn.
he was 8 years old when his mom died, so he definitely took over taking care of his brothers, doing stuff around the ranch.
I
Barbara
raised my
has a
hand.
question.
I raised my hand. Did he kill his mother?
No,
Oh.
Violet, their youngest sister, did.
What the fuck?
She
I thought you were asking that as a joke.
She died giving birth.
Right.
Oh,
okay, so
right.
Violet, how fucking dare you?
She moved away
Selfish
because no one can
infant.
stand to look at her. I'm
Really?
joking.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be a fun episode. I'm still in my dark romance, so I'm like, he murdered his mom.
Yeah, I'm a
No, the
liar.
sister did.
In childbirth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then is there a book about her later on?
She has her own series.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is it called Lifeless?
Momless.
Momless.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you remember he used to give Rhett shit about doing the rodeo all the time.
Right.
He was like, you need to quit this. You need to be, more responsibilities. You need to help us out at the ranch.
He's definitely a Capricorn.
They never say what his birthday is, but
I just said what his
it probably is. I just said what his birthday is.
Rough around the edges, and he's the oldest, and he's got responsibility, but he's like willing to put the work in to make her feel cherished. I don't know.
No, exactly.
Mm.
So
What is it a cattle farm? I don't remember.
yes.
Okay.
His cow hands.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's callous cow hands.
Right.
It's a little bit of everything. Like they have horses, they have cows,
But
they
it's not
have-
like a cornfield.
No, I think they do their own hay.
Okay, yeah. For the
their
horses and cows,
animals. Yeah.
Okay.
Harvey was the dad. He had an injury and he can't help around the farm anymore, and so Cade has to
Do it all.
more responsibilities. And his son Luke is 5 years old.
Aww.
And he's out of school for the summer.
Aw.
And he really wants to hire someone to help him around the house. He really just doesn't want his dad to take care of him 24/7 because he's older, and he wants him to have more of like a relationship than like a nanny situation.
Right.
And then everybody else is busy. Like Summer's busy. She has that new gym.
She's the new Jim.
Everybody's been like helping out, but they're too busy.
Okay.
And he really needs someone to live with them.
Right, like
Live in
share a
his
bed
pants.
with him, to
Yeah.
make breakfast with them,
Have
sex
to
in a hot
blow
tub.
him. Yeah.
He gets up at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, he does.
Oh boy.
So everybody has to go to his house at 4:30, but the kid doesn't wake up until like 7 or 8.
So he's out in the fields before the kids even
Yes.
awake.
Oh my God, this is not the life for me.
So a live-in nanny would be the best.
Yeah.
But every time they interview for the nanny, they all just have eyes for Cade.
oh,
It's
It's
so hot.
Well, it's a small
no.
town. They're kind of like royalty
Yeah. it's
because
like
they
Dallas.
have like the big ranch. Everybody knows them in town. Oh, this is Canada, by the way.
Canada.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right,
big
milk.
Canadian milk.
Big
Yeah.
Canadian
Yes.
milk. Yeah.
Okay, wait, what does he look like?
Just brown hair, brown eyes, tall,
I'm picturing
muscular.
like like
Yummy.
the guy from like a Stetson ad.
Totally.
Like just
Yummy.
no name, like basically the rugged version of an Abercrombie model.
Literally go watch the video that
Nicole.
Nicole with 2 L's sent
Okay.
and take away the tattoos. And it is literally, that's her name. Nicole
I love
with
it,
2
Nicole
Ls.
with 2 L's.
That's how she spells it. And that's her Instagram name, I think.
Go follow her.
So I would say that is probably a good representation.
We're just
except
not even going to cast. We'll just go with whatever that is. That's what it is.
the guy from The Real.
Well,
Also.
yeah, and that, I just assume he's just like a hot, like when you show me a lot of the TikToks, even the ones that are on your feed, where you're like, look at this guy, and I'm always like, it is men doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, they're just standing there
It's
without
just
a
a
shirt
guy
on.
walking slow motion, puts his hand through his hair, million likes.
Yep.
The bare minimum.
He doesn't have brown eyes, but Steve Buscemi.
Ooh.
Vanessa's face.
The eyes that you could
He
just
could
swim in.
not. Could you imagine him riding a horse?
He was a firefighter. It's basically the same thing. I don't know anything
He
about horses.
served in Vietnam.
Okay.
He lost his legs.
I
Wow,
wanna
Vanessa doesn't
fuck
support the troops.
Steve
Wow.
Buscemi.
He has
am-
eyes like mine. They're trying to pop out of his skull.
I am trying to be a good girl this week.
I'm not.
And that's why I'm like, yes, take it. I am trying not to make this all about Dallas. And because it's like Pamela in the TV series Dallas, she has a store that she
I
wants to
will
go
point
do.
out-
And then, so they're basically at South Fork Ranch, you know.
What about
Right.
Sopranos, since you've been watching that?
I have been in my Sopranos area. Can you tell that I have more diamonds on lately?
Just Carmela.
For someone?
I curled my bangs up the other day, and I was like, you know what? That looks good.
For someone who's trying not to talk about Dallas, you talked about it a lot.
I love Dallas. I love the TV
Do you?
series.
They're
I
just
do.
too old.
Yeah,
You've
but at the
upset
time
her.
they weren't. Now they're not. Well, and it's like
Even watching that, then they looked old.
I also am struggling with. Did you ever see that? Did you ever see that book? Not see that book. See that movie made from the book Sarah Plain and Tall?
No.
My sister watched that shit all the time. And I think it's like this woman that comes to help out these men on the farm and raise the kids.
Snow White and the
he
Seven
like
Dwarfs.
falls in love with her. And it's like she eats an apple and like she gets evil because she's
I
too
thought you were
beautiful.
gonna say something else.
I thought you said she eats an ass. And I was like,
That's later in Summer's book. Yeah. But shout out to all my Sarah Plain and Tall people. They know.
yeah,
So
you
it's
know.
based,
we
I'm
don't.
getting a mix of that in my head, but I'm being
I like how
really
your
good.
sister's name is Sarah and she's super tall.
Yeah, she loves that book.
Hi, Sarah.
I feel like those movies that were on all the time growing up, where that when Sarah got to choose, were like Oklahoma, Sarah Plain and Tall, and Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken.
I don't know.
Wild
any of
Hearts
these.
Can't Be Broken is the one where she is the horse diver, where like horses would jump off really high and fall into a pool, and they'd ride them down. And then she didn't close her eyes one time, and
What's
she
happening?
went blind.
I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
Like the
Anyways.
pressure from hitting the water made her go blind or something?
Yeah, Barbara has a question.
I have my hand up. Do we know the woman's name in this book?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Willa. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Willa. Who else have we had a Willa?
Oh,
So-
Nora Roberts on the
Ah.
farm.
Oh, yeah.
Montana Ranch.
We're back.
That was another
But it's
one
her
that I made
it's
about
Willie, her daughter, Willie and Vanessa.
Peter
and,
Pan.
Vanessa.
Yeah, they're the
Wemily, Warbra, Vanessa.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna
Tell
Focus.
us, Vanessa.
Okay, so he doesn't want to hire anybody from town because everybody knows him, and he
they
just
want to
thinks,
blow him, and he doesn't want that until he
and they know that he
Yeah.
has money and all that stuff.
Yeah. So Summer, Rhett's fiance from book one.
right.
Oh, right.
She's like, I know just the person. She doesn't live here. She's good with rowdy boys, is what she says, and she's guaranteed not to fall in love with you. And he was like, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay,
a challenge. Yeah.
So
He's like, she's guaranteed. How would you be guaranteed not to fall in love with him unless she was like not into men?
Emily, you don't read these books. It's always that. It's always you're the last person I would ever. Oops, we're soulmates.
I think mostly because she thinks they just won't get along because Cade is such a dick.
Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
You know, because he's just so ornery and
That's definitely not attractive.
I personally am not into that at all.
at all.
No.
I like a sensitive boy on a beach reading me poetry and crying at the sunset. Brendan
Oh my
Fraser.
gosh, darn sunset.
So Willa was actually in book one only through text though, and she was always telling Summer, save a horse, ride a cowboy.
It's just so
That's
okay,
what's up.
Summer, you're very bad at this. She wants to ride a cowboy. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's a bartender
Mm-hmm.
and she like something's going on with the bar and they're closing it down for renovations. So
Okay.
she's off for the summer. She's coming to visit Summer at the ranch. And she stops at a coffee shop on her way into town and she runs into Cade.
Are we talking literal collision
And,
or
well,
just like sees him?
They meet. They
Okay.
meet.
All right.
But they don't know who each other are.
Right.
Oh, it's like, hey, excuse me, hi.
Well, she's
This is
ordering.
very caught up. You meet in the elevator.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Okay.
She's ordering coffee and he's behind her and he automatically knows that she's not from town
Yeah.
because he doesn't know who she is.
So he bends her over the counter. I'm gonna be quiet.
And she's going to pay for her coffee and she drops something out of her purse and he
Oops.
goes to pick it up
Cotton.
and hand it to her and he realizes that it's her underwear.
Oh,
Girl,
oh.
She just dropped like a spare
that happens to me
pair of
all the time.
panties.
Oh yeah. When you,
I hate when I do that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
she's
I
like
have
pulling
questions.
she's pulling her wallet out and a pair of panties fall on
You
the
only have
ground.
panties in your purse if you like are doing like a walk of shame.
Or you're worried about I'm gonna need to change these for.
Maybe she
She
knew.
doesn't like to wear we find out that's later, but she doesn't like to wear underwear, but she says that you always need a pair just in case.
Those city girls.
Those city sluts. Isn't that what you told us before the show that we needed to?
You're gonna cream
We're
your pants.
Yeah, and then you lied and said you didn't say anything naughty, and now we have.
Oh, I'm a
proof.
liar.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
surprise, I'm a liar.
Oops.
She's super embarrassed, but
Yeah.
she
Were they
loves
like a red
good
thong?
joke. No, they're just black underwear. They're literally not slutty. They're
With
just
like a white band at the top. It's
no,
like cowboy. It's like
they're just like black lacy full bottom underwear. They're
It's
not
her period
thong.
week underwear,
It's
and they're a
just-
mess.
her NYX underwear, sponsored by NYX. I don't know.
Maybe
Not
we could
Do they even
be.
exist? Yeah.
Um, she basically runs out, and he's like, "You forgot your," and she's like, "Finders keepers," and she just leaves.
And that's how she got the job.
And is that when he creams his pants?
Yes. So
I love it. She gives it back to him as much as he gives it to her.
Yes. So
Barbara loves this.
Summer goes to the ranch, or Willa goes to the ranch, and Summer introduces her to Cade, and they immediately are like, "What the fuck?"
You have to give me a pair of your underwear now.
He still has her panties in his pocket.
She
just like wipes his forehead with it like a bandana
on his head.
She's like, "Cade, meet your new nanny," and he's like, "Over my dead body."
That can
And
be
he's
arranged.
like,
You got it, cowboy.
Willa basically tells him, "Watch how you're talking to my best friend."
Nice.
She's no
Yeah.
nonsense.
She's a city girl.
He
can handle
goes,
it.
"I don't care if she's your best friend. She smells like beer and your panties are in my back pocket. You're not taking care of my son."
Why are they in your back pocket?
And she was like, "Are you saving them for later?"
Right. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, she's like, you're fucking weird. And he's like, no, I'm not.
This happens all the time.
Summer's like, "Cade's the panty guy." So she already told Summer the story. And now everybody knows. Rhett knows. Harvey knows. Everybody knows.
Oh,
Classic.
I love it. She kind of brings him down a notch.
So we've got Milky, we've got Grumpy, and we've got Panty. And those are the three.
I think that Summer would be busy
Yes.
because she's a busy businesswoman.
Yeah. And then
Yes.
Willa can be city.
Willa is city, yeah.
Okay.
And you're silly.
Oh.
So Summer kind of sets him straight, saying like, "We can't help you, and you're not interested in any of the people that we've interviewed. This is your best bet. She can live with you. She's
like,
a
I know
friend.
her. I can vouch
I know
for her.
Yeah, I trust her. She can do this." And
What's the baby boy's name again?
Luke.
Lukey boy.
He tells
Lukey
her
Pukey.
Ew.
He's pukey.
Okay.
he agrees to let her nanny under the condition that she wears proper underwear. And she says, "Only if you promise to inspect me in the
I was
morning."
going to say, does he inspect her? Ooh, I love it.
Or she's like, "I'll be ready for your inspection, boss," or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Is that when he creams his pants?
No. So day one, they already have a fight because
Because they love each other.
Because
they're
she's not
soulmates.
wearing appropriate panties.
well, he wants updates like, where are you going? What are y'all doing all day? Like,
Where are
I
you
want
on
to
your
know.
cycle?
Yeah.
Like,
How many kids do you want?
yeah.
And she's like, "Do you ask this of like Luke's teachers?" And he was like, "No, I trust them and I like them." And so she immediately just starts packing up her shit. She's like, "I'm not going to be your fucking punching bag all summer. You're going to treat me like shit. Like, I'm fucking out of here."
This is very caught up, but also like day one, he wants to know where you're going. That sounds reasonable. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Is she taking the baby with her?
No,
Lukey
they're
boy?
just staying at the ranch.
But he's like, where are you going?
What are you eating? What are
I
you
think
doing?
he's just saying like, "I want constant updates from you."
And she's like, "How fucking dare you?"
Okay. Well, she's like, okay.
She's a wild city girl, you know. Life
she
moves
can't
fast.
be tamed.
Mm-mm.
Wild
Well,
hearts can't be broken.
He apologizes and he asks her to stay, but she asks him to beg.
So is this like right? This is right off
The
the bat.
banter
she
is
my
right
new,
away.
The
like,
banter
is
is
she
like-
my book girlfriend? Like, is she
Maybe.
my character that I like the most because she's not?
Oh, Willa has red hair and green eyes.
Dibs.
Oh. Red hair, green eyes. I
It's-
instantly like
I'm-
Isla Fisher kind of.
Well, I
She's
looked
brown
up
eyes.
red hair with green eyes, and it is one of the rarest combinations.
This is why I wanna dye my hair
real
red.
hair.
Yeah, there you go.
But I thought, like Emma Stone.
Oh, Emma Stone would get, and she can have she can have the tood back.
And
Yeah.
then that girl from Stranger Things, Max. she has-
Winona Ryder.
Millie Bobby Brown.
No, she's kind of like the side character, but she was like the main character.
Oh,
in
the
that
one that goes missing in the first one. What was her name?
Spoilers. I'm just kidding.
No,
I
wait.
don't care.
What was her name?
Max.
No,
Willa.
I'm thinking of the one that has the glasses and doesn't come back.
No, her name was Barbara. The one that gets taken at the pool, and she's like,
Oh.
"Let's go."
And then they
Wait.
never like really like follow up with like where she is.
they're like, "Guess she left."
I'm going to a pool today. Oh God.
Be careful.
No.
No. So, he's in her room, well, his guest room, when she's asking him to beg for her to stay.
And that's when he.
Does he get on his
Well,
knees?
no, he mentions how she smells, which I thought I would start mentioning,
Like vanilla.
and citrus.
Ooh.
So the next day she overdoes it with the updates. I'm putting on my
course.
panties.
Yeah.
We're getting up. Luke took a pee.
I love
We're
it.
eating breakfast.
She's just needling
I had
him.
something in my eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sneezed. I coughed.
Basically Luke and Willa party. They are doing stuff around the ranch.
She's a
having
bartender.
A good time.
Hey, kid.
Hey, kid, you're 5.
He doesn't know that she's a bartender. He thinks that she actually works with kids because Summer lied.
Oh, that at a girl.
These two. Oh my God, I love it. Okay.
But Luke tells her that he really wants to go to the store and buy a bunch of lettuce heads and throw them out the window. So it's like a classic, like, little hillbilly activity.
This kid rules.
Yes. And she's like, hell yeah, that sounds fun. So
He's like, let's get my bat. I want to hit every mailbox on the street.
So she takes him to do it, and then
throw lettuce heads
out the window to watch them like explode. I guess.
That's awesome.
It does sound kind of fun.
And then the horses probably come eat it.
But he tells everybody at dinner that that's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
And Cade gets on him because he's like, I told you no.
I told you not to throw the lettuce heads.
And you talked Willa into doing something that you know that I said no to.
So no food for a week.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually part of the... What? No, but that's actually part of the reason why he's upset is because they're ranchers and wasting food is not good.
Yeah.
So he is having a hard time. He's a single dad, and he's like, I hate that I have to be the authority and be the caretaker.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I feel like
I'm the bad guy.
I'm always the bad guy. But right as he's about to say something, Willa tells Luke that he's like, you put me in a position that made me look bad in front of your dad. You tricked me, and that's not right. And basically gives him a talking to. Mm-hmm. And you can feel Cade
coming his pants,
softening a little bit
and
towards
being like,
her.
Someone else can share the load of
teammate.
Disciplining the child.
Oh. Yeah. So he's definitely appreciates that.
He grows 1 inch bigger.
Yeah, his heart grows.
It's like his a little Grinch dick.
So this is they.
His little Grinch dick.
It grows 2 sizes.
I can just see the aesthetic video. Okay.
They're in the hot tub. Nothing really happens though. Just some
Emily and I just immediately looked at each other. I'm like, okay.
Just some like feet touching on accident. They're just like getting to know each other.
They like their toes interlock.
Emily and I are touching toes.
I'm glad you guys can't see that.
I can. You and I can touch toes.
Back up.
Before we recorded, Emily goes, "Do my feet smell?" and smelled her feet.
I did. I was like, "What is that? Is that my
Did we
feet?
get a verdict? Are we good?
It's not me.
Vanilla and
I
citrus.
can't show my feet because
that's for Patreon.
It's for Patreon.
That's
for the fans.
That's for my fans. Yeah.
Okay, let's focus.
So
they're in the hot tub.
He's coming in the tub.
This is where he calls her Red. It's like her little nickname. But
I'll allow it for everything.
Oh,
else.
you don't like it?
No.
I think it is
Lazy.
kind of but he doesn't know her.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of why like there's not really time for a new nickname.
Is she a natural?
Yes,
redhead?
she is.
Ma'am.
Downstairs.
Jesus.
Does it come up?
No.
Oh.
I'm lying.
Do they ever
She is
mention in
natural.
these books like pubes?
I feel like I've run into it like once, and it's very like, whoa. Because it's kind of like the glasses, where it's like,
what?
it's not like directly addressed. Like, yeah, but we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Listeners, have we talked about it? I don't know.
I think that now that I'm into episode 30 something, I'd like.
You're gonna say something else.
Like
now that I'm into pubic hair.
That I'm like, there's so I know that we joke about like, okay, all these books really are the same. Their soulmates end up together, all this stuff. But I'm picking up on a lot of the things that I'm even getting mixed up with, like the other books that I'm like, is it this? Is it that?
Yeah.
But
same.
Also catching the things like that. Yeah, where I'm like, wait, they've mentioned everything, but like, their pubic hair.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of times.
There's been times where it's like something
freshly shaved.
Rub my hand through the tuft of hair or something. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to not yuck anyone's yum, but
I just picture like, I don't know, just rubbing it like, and then like pulling it through, like
combing it like you're at work.
Yeah.
And then trimming the top.
Oh.
What if you put product in it?
Yeah, just do like finger waves in it.
What product would you recommend for pubes?
Ooh, it just depends.
Conditioner?
What kind do you have?
What's the texture?
What's the texture?
How long is it?
What problems do
Okay,
you have?
anyways, this is where he finds out that she doesn't work with kids and that she's actually a bartender. She also tells him that
Is he pissed?
Yeah. But she's like, I got this.
Yeah, but I'm showing you that I'm capable. I lied on my resume, but I can do the job.
Well, she didn't know that Summer lied. So
this is why if you're going to lie, you have to coordinate your lies, people. Come on.
Yeah.
This is where we find out that Willa's mom is a sex therapist and her dad is a rock star. Which immediately makes me think
Emma Stone.
Of The Sinners?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm like, why do I feel like The Sinners is
Oh my god, is
Willa's
that like the
parents?
Oh my god. The Sinners is the book series that my friend Laura reads.
Yeah.
That who's just the sweetest little Southern belle.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "What are you reading?" She's like, "Girl porn," and that The Sinners are her favorite. Hi, Laura. And it's that the woman is a sex therapist and she bangs all these guys in a band.
That's
Fuck
Willa's
yeah.
mom.
That's Willa's mom.
She's healing.
So that's also another
healing hearts
reason
and minds.
why I feel like Willa's very like forward and open, like teasing and stuff like
How
that.
would you would either go like you're totally comfortable
Yeah.
with everything, or like you're the most buttoned up, reserved person
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
This is where she says something about what he smells like.
Cedar musk.
Weed.
Crushed pine and sunshine.
Crushed pine as opposed to pine.
Yeah.
Sunshine. What does that smell like?
What does sunshine smell like?
Just like
Sunscreen?
when you're working in the yard.
Crisp
Cow dung.
outside. I think it makes me think of like how like Colorado smells or something like that.
Smells like
Yeah.
a callus.
Like a callous, like a
Okay.
cowless
Okay.
hand.
They end up going out to a bar.
Is it like small town Montana or something?
Well, Canada.
Canada, okay.
It's Alberta.
Cantana.
They go out to a bar and they run into one of his like high school friends who needs one of his like ropers on his team is sick or something.
Is he in the rodeo?
Yeah, he needs
Okay.
a new roper. And obviously that's something that Cade does for work every day.
Right.
So he's like, if you're interested, he was like, it's just on the weekends. I just need someone to sub in for a couple of rodeos. Whatever.
After he gave Rhett Butler so much shit about being in the rodeo.
He obviously turns him down, but he turns his attention to Willa. And
He's like, you could be a barrel racer.
well,
rope
he's
you up.
just like,
Ooh.
who's this? And Cade's like, we were just about to dance. Bye. And like takes her to the
Girl,
dance
bye,
floor.
I'm out.
They do like a full-on line dancing. Ding, 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 ding. Like,
They're having a dance off and she's just at the bar like, what the fuck?
They're just two-stepping.
Oh, they're
that's
just
cute. There's just a little romantic two-step.
yeah.
When she's always towing the line of flirting and joking. And so he really doesn't understand, she's always like, do you come often?
Oh my God.
But she means like,
That's pretty direct.
Really flirting the line.
well, she means
kinda
like
flirty.
coming to the bar, you know what I
Oh.
mean?
Okay.
And she's
Right.
like, what
Of
are you
course.
thinking? Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Um,
I wasn't thinking anything inappropriate.
It's like, I don't have to go change my Wranglers.
She is like dead set on making him like laugh. And so she's like, what is your favorite part about a blowjob?
Good
Again,
one.
Real subtle with her
It's
Knock,
flirting.
knock, who's there? Blowjob.
She goes, I bet you like the 10-minute of silence because she can't
Oh my
talk.
God.
And
Girl.
he says,
Girl.
joke's on you. I wouldn't last 10 minutes. And just because you'd be quiet doesn't mean that I would be.
Love that. Love that he's like, I don't last. Get used to it.
Well, Cade hasn't
He's like, I'll
slept.
come immediately in your
Gonna
mouth.
be quick. I already came in my pants.
Which also she's like, great.
Is
Cade,
two-step the one where they call out the moves?
no.
No, it's
Oh.
just like
I
kind of
thought it'd be
shuffling
funny
around.
if they called out time to come in your pants. I don't know how this country stuff works, y'all. Okay, you were saying, Vanessa? I'm sorry.
Someone cuts in on the dance before she can say anything else because she's obviously very shocked because
Yeah.
she's so used to being vulgar for humor
Uh-huh.
and the fact that someone gave it back to her.
So she's like a bartender. You just kind of do it and twirl away.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Let me help this guy.
I need lines.
But yeah.
I love it. I like that he gives it back and that they.
And then she's like, oh.
yeah,
basically.
that's the best.
So he ends up leaving early and she decides to go home with him.
Mhm.
And they end up in the hot tub again.
Classic.
And this is where they play Truth or Dare. Lots of truths.
Yeah.
This is where we find out about Luke's mom. Basically, she was obsessed with Cade, and basically she was just always like around, and he slept with her one time. She got pregnant, and so he did the right thing and married her.
Right.
And she just wasn't really happy throughout the whole entire marriage, called him Heartless,
Oh, that's where
And-
the name comes from.
Homeless. Oh.
and cheated on him a lot.
Jeez.
And she basically left and she left with a note, and she basically
left the baby too.
Yes, we find out later that she was like, it's either the dog or the kid. Which one do you want?
What the fuck?
And he's like, I want the kid, and so she took the dog.
The kid throws lettuce heads. I'm the kid.
Yeah.
Duh.
So she really only comes.
She took the dog.
Yeah.
It's amazing how these moms are able to just dip out on their kids.
She has zero contact with Luke. She really only comes into town to visit him on his birthday when they have this big party.
Ugh. How does Luke feel about that?
He's 5.
He
just gets lettuce heads and he takes all his anger out on the lettuce.
He kills her at the birthday party.
Yeah, he kills her. The lettuce down her throat. I'm not going to waste this food.
So,
God, the amount of because I read mostly nonfiction and I've been reading Mindhunter, which is like about serial killers, which is all based. They all like start with like mom issues.
Mm-hmm.
There was one that I read about this guy that his mom would always nag him, and I think it was Ed Kemper.
I was gonna say this sounds like Ed Kemper.
Yeah, that he like I don't know, trigger one, whatever. Cut out her larynx, shoved it down the garbage disposal, and it like came back up at him, and he was like, God, I can't even get her to shut up now.
Didn't he put her head in the freezer or something?
He left her. He left his mom and her friend in the house. This other woman he buried in the backyard looking at the house. This is stuff I read.
All right, anyways.
Like, he fucks her and he comes all over her.
That's a real different podcast.
We can cut all that out too.
No, we're good.
That's what I read.
Yeah, the next time we're like, oh, what are you guys reading? What are you reading, Emma? You read this in airports? Yeah.
Yeah, my Kindle. I read this at the pool on my Kindle. Like,
someone's like, oh, you're reading porn? She's like, no.
I'm reading over my shoulder and seeing like the larynx down the disposal. Anyway, Sarah playing a tall.
She finally picks a dare, and he dares her to
blow him,
sit outside of the hot tub just so he can stare at her.
Is she naked?
No, she's wearing a bathing suit, but
he can't see through the water because it's real murky.
Yeah,
because he keeps accidentally coming in the water.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You got to clean the whole thing. Oh.
Yeah. So he just wants to stare at her.
Did she just sit there? Did she like spread her legs? Does
she doesn't dance. She 2 steps.
Not. Oh my God. She doesn't spread her legs, but.
Do you get his POV in this?
Yeah.
Does he like describe
It's dual. Her nipples are pierced.
Oh,
city girl.
The bathing suit is so tight that it's going in some places.
City girl is going up her front crack.
Yes. Front crack, the roadie. My God.
Something about bathing suits gets you all riled up.
So, the next day, Luke has to go to a birthday party, and Cade can't go until later. And so he asks Willa to take him to the birthday party, and then he'll come and tag her out, and she can leave. Mm-hmm. And when he gets there, Luke is crying, and he's soaking wet in his clothes, and Willa's holding him. She's like hugging, which he immediately is like, she's so sweet because she's literally getting wet.
She's comforting
She doesn't even care.
Yeah.
And he goes over there and finds out that one of the kids pushed him into the pool.
I'll kill that kid.
Kid is dead.
And
his whole head's in the disposal.
Willa goes and says something to the kid, and the mom gets in her face, and she's like, don't ever fucking talk to my son like that. And she was like, you need to check your son because he was holding Luke underwater. Yeah.
That's Ed Kemper.
That's baby Ed Kemper, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
So obviously Cade
kills the kid and the mom.
Right. Throws the lettuce
sets
head
him on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're going to need to get in the water.
She ends up leaving. Like, the mom basically kicks her out of the party.
Bye.
And Luke's like, I want to go with Willa. And so they leave. Cade stays behind and talks to the mom to kind of like smooth things over. But obviously this is another thing that's kind of melting the exterior. But when he gets home, he can't find Luke and Willa anywhere, and he hears them out in the yard, which is basically a field.
Yeah.
And all the hay bales are rolled up, and they're playing hide and go seek. Yeah. And so he goes out there, finds Luke, and says they're going to split up and try to find Willa. And he catches her in the hay bales, and they kind of have this little moment. No, but she's
found
like,
you. Oh my God, Dad.
Like scares her and like grabs her. And they're like,
and she's like, are you going to make a move or are you just going to pet me? Because he's like running his hands like down her arm or something like that, and
my
they end up
God.
kissing, and it's pretty intense.
Does Luke see?
No, they can hear him because he's like, "Where are you guys?"
Kids are very bad at hide and seek.
This is where This is where Cade comes in his pants.
When he kisses her?
Mm-hmm. It's been a long
Willa.
Oh
time.
my God, thank you.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Thank
God.
you.
He's like, oh, I gotta go inside.
Well, he literally is like, "I'm so sorry, we shouldn't have done that," and basically takes off.
Men.
So
Could she tell that he came in his pants?
No, she doesn't know.
He has the panties in there. It's fine.
Yeah, the panties are really absorbing.
They're Nick's.
Luke gets a stomach bug.
Pukey Lukey.
He
God,
pukes.
you called it. You called
I
it.
knew
He
he's a
literally
puker.
pukes all over her car.
I'm out.
He pukes all over the house.
I'm out. I'm out.
Just spraying the
I'm,
walls.
I'm the mom with the dog. Bye.
You know what? Dog doesn't puke too much. Bye.
Willa is like surprised by how much
Puke he can do.
She's
No.
a bartender. Come on.
she's surprised at how much she cares about Luke.
Right, she's really concerned and
Yeah,
like loving.
she's really worried about him. He's got a fever. She's scared she's not doing the right thing. And then she kind of like kisses him on the forehead and like trying to console him. And that makes her feel like maybe she's like stepping over the line.
She's like, I'm getting too attached.
Well, no, she's like, should I not be doing that? Like, I've never taken care of somebody else's kid.
I'm not breastfeeding him.
Yeah,
Oh
right.
my God.
That would be over the line.
She even kind of says like she feels like he's hers
Aw.
just because of how much time they spend together. Later in the book, she says Luke is the fastest that she's ever fallen in love with anybody, which I thought was really sweet.
That's
Does
cute.
Cade like that?
Yeah, for sure.
He came again.
Came in his
She
pants.
tells Kay that she reaches out to him and tells him like he's sick, blah blah blah. She's like, she kind of does this thing where she rambles a lot when she gets nervous, and she's like,
I don't relate to that at all.
She's like, I kissed him on the forehead. Is that okay? Like, I feel like I'm stepping. He's like, no. He's like,
She's like, I was comforting him. He was crying. I didn't know what to do.
you're amazing. We're so lucky to have you. Luke loves you. I'll never be mad at you for comforting him.
Aw.
He comes home late because cow problems. There's like a hole in the
course.
fence or
Classic
something.
cow problems.
Classic cow problem.
Need I say more?
Yeah.
No.
He comes home and they're snuggled in Cade's bed, asleep, because it's the only room that has a bathroom really close. And he wanted her to stay, and they end up falling asleep. And obviously,
He's like, this is what it could be like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Willa ends up getting the same stomach bug.
I was just going to
Oh,
say,
gosh.
girl.
Yeah.
She did it. She was fine with it.
She's
Yeah.
willing.
So Cade has
Sorry.
to take care.
willing.
Cade has to take care of her now.
Yeah, it does.
I love when that happens.
But
he-
like sexy time with a stomach bug, you're just like,
oh yeah,
I'm
she
sorry, I have to go
was
to the
like,
bathroom.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, to be fair.
Luckily, it's all just throw up, nothing else.
Oof.
But there is a point where he comes in and he's like holding her hair and like rubbing her back, and he puts her hair up in a scrunchie, and he's like, sit up, and he says something like, that's my girl, or something like that, and she's like, how am I so horned up? But
I am, and I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
But I'm literally like throwing up everywhere.
I think that's when I'm sick, I'm like, I want to be tucked in. I want you to read me a
Yeah.
bedtime story.
Uh-huh.
I want 24/7, like,
yeah, do you need
Nurture and
anything?
care.
yeah, I'm baby.
Yeah.
I'm baby. So I think
Put me in your pocket. and
Meanwhile,
I'll go
Eric's
in.
like, I don't want to get sick. And I'm like, okay, bye.
I'll just call my mom.
I guess I'll just die now.
So he puts her in his bed,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I'll just sleep in your room. But she asks him to stay.
Yep.
Just to talk.
Sure.
And she says something about, I don't know what, but I don't know if I mentioned this. Cade hasn't had sex in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I did. In the
Is that
heyday.
how long ago when mommy left?
Yes.
Okay.
Mommy
So baby
dearest.
was like
she
2?
left, 1 or 2.
Oh.
Terrible twos.
Yeah. She's like, I'm out.
This
Wow.
dog's way better.
They warned me. It's terrible.
He's potty trained. I'm taking the dog.
Yeah.
He knows what I mean when I say fetch.
Yeah. She tells him like, I think what you need is some no strings sex with the nanny.
Wow.
Wait, she says
puking
that
everywhere.
to him while she's sick in bed?
Yeah.
She's a fever.
fever dream.
Delirious.
He says nothing. You're nothing but strings, basically.
Hell yeah, he
Like,
gets it.
it's too...
Yeah.
There's
I'm
no
obsessed.
He
strings
basically
about
just
it.
said,
Yeah.
I'm in love with you.
Yes.
Marry me.
And this is where the miscommunication kind of kicks in.
This is when Vanessa's like, I'm fucking out.
I'm fucking out.
It's dual POV, so she might be...
Yes, I'm okay. But
She's okay.
I can't have her and not keep her, is what he thinks.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be kept anyways. If I couldn't keep a small town woman who was obsessed with me happy, how can I handle wild Willa?
Your insecurities. I don't like that.
Yeah. And she thinks he doesn't want a relationship. He keeps turning me down, even though she's always joking.
And cleaning all the cum out of his pants as she does the laundry.
He obviously doesn't want her, is what she's thinking.
They both get insecure because they love each other so much.
Oh, I forgot to say, when they were playing Truth or Dare, he asked for a dare and she dared him
To marry her.
Go down on her.
to participate in the rodeo with that guy.
Oh.
And she was like, I know I have the weekends off and that's when the rodeo is, but I will watch Luke. We'll bring him to the rodeo. You should do this because you've never done anything for yourself.
Get on out there, cowboy.
Yeah.
And so they go to the rodeo.
Okay.
They win, right?
Of course.
And the boys on the team want to go out, but of course Cade doesn't want to, and either does Willa. And she's like, I'm going to go back with you and Luke. And he's like, no, you should go out. You should go have fun. It's your weekend off. And she's so fucking annoyed by this.
Yeah, but she's like, okay, I guess I'll... You
So
don't wanna
she
hang out with me.
goes
Yeah.
to spite him, basically.
You fucking got it.
Does
Yeah.
she wear another guy's cowboy hat at the bar?
She wears someone else's
No.
panties.
She
her purse panties?
she ends up coming home early. And Cade is sitting on the front porch waiting for
With
her.
a shotgun.
Like fucking a dad.
But it's
Careful
like,
what
you
you
told
wish
me
for.
not to come home.
Yeah, and it was funny because he was texting everybody else but Willa to see if she was okay.
Oh my god.
And she's like, if you want to know what's going on, like just text me.
No.
And he was like, well, you should have called and told me that you were going to be late. That
Okay.
way you won't wake up Luke. But Luke is not home. Luke is at Grandpa's house. She was like, so you're over here reprimanding me and Luke isn't even here right now?
Sounds like you spoke too soon about me going out and then went, no, I want her, but if no one else can have her, and now they fuck, right?
Because Luke's at Grandpa's.
So he says something about how like you smell like men
Oh.
because she's been out at a
the,
bar.
It's the cum.
And she was like, I might have had fun because he's a fucking fun guy, but instead I spent all night stewing over you. You and your grumpy fucking face and your stupid broad shoulders and your round Wrangler ass. So fuck you.
I love her.
And he goes, yes, please.
He
Yes.
says,
Oh.
keep talking like that and I'm going to fuck the filth right out of your pretty mouth. And she's like, excuse me?
Sounds good.
You heard me, Red. You keep barking at me like that, and I'm gonna put you on your knees and open those strawberry lips and fuck your face just to shut you up.
I'm listening to that one. The
I'm
barking.
okay with it.
The
Gets
barking.
down, she gets down on her knees and she says, I fucking dare you. And
Yeah.
sticks her tongue out.
Are they still on the front porch?
This is where we're reading.
Cars driving by in the
Sticks her tongue out.
background.
He brings
It's
a
a
shotgun.
ranch. There's no cars.
Okay.
It's Canada.
It's
you don't know
South
that.
Fork Ranch, of course.
Oh, this is a scene. Okay.
Okay.
You might be upside down.
She might be.
good.
Well,
I think I need to go backwards, right?
what does that say?
Well, back here it says, suck, Willa.
No, we'll keep going. That was for me.
I smiled the goddamn Cheshire Cat. Okay.
That's it. She's on her knees with her tongue sticking out. She said, I fucking dare you.
Oh!
He does stick his fingers in her mouth. And he's like, show me what you got.
I like when
basically-
they do
my
that.
God,
I like when they
I
do that. They've been doing that in my mafia romance books.
He's basically like, show me how good you suck it.
Yeah.
I'm literally
Let me do a
clutching my
test run.
throat.
She literally is, you're
Well,
choking
go
yourself.
back if you want to read it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I smile like the goddamn Cheshire Cat because above me, Cade is breathing heavily and frantically unbuckling his belt, fumbling,
I'm picturing him being like,
like can't get it off, and it's like
asthma breathing.
hits her in the face, you know, fumbling with his button, ripping at his zipper, and when his thick cock tents the fabric of his boxer briefs,
Tenting.
my hands free it right in the open on his front deck. I swallow audibly, gulp, and
Just
lick,
like that.
gulp, and lick the bead of pre-cum glistening on the head of Cade's cock.
The look that Vanessa just shot me. Now I have to not look at anybody during this fucking podcast.
Cade's, and this is in italics, massive cock. My eyes shimmer with anticipation like Christmas morning, like I'm going to get to play with a whole new toy. It's sensory overload as I slide my mouth down his length, torturously slow, breathing through my nose and taking him as far back as I can. When I think I can't go any further, I swallow and take just a little bit more. Jesus, Willa. I smile at the breathless state of his voice.
Breathless.
Cade Eaton. Is that what this one is? Is this breathless?
Heartless.
Heartless.
Homeless.
Toothless.
Homeless, not toothless. Cade Eaton is about to learn that the trick to a good blowjob is enjoying giving them. Authenticity is everything.
You have to be in it to win it.
Yes. Your audience knows if it's not authentic.
There you go.
And I love it. I don't care if I'm the only one, if I'm the one on my knees while he towers above me. The power is mine right now. The power to make him fall apart is mine, and I'm drunk with it.
She could bite it off, yeah.
She could do anything, and there's no witnesses because they're not on a busy street and they're out.
We've cleared there are no cars.
There's no one there. It's just the breeze. My tongue swirls as I bob slowly, one hand twisting at the base of him while the other slips back to cup his balls. Fingers working in tandem while my lips suction hard. I moan on his cock and his grip tightens in my hair. Careful, baby. It's been too long and you feel too good. I'm trying to make this last. And she's like, well, TikTok, you got 10 minutes. Okay?
Yeah, you already said that you don't last,
that we're
so.
under 10. When I glance up at him, his hooded eyes are locked on my hand. As he catches me watching him, his eyes soften as he brushes the pad of his thumb over my cheek. You look so fucking pretty like this, Willa. I groan and my lashes flutter as I feel a surge of wetness between my thighs.
Vanessa's kicking her.
She is. She's a mouthful of my cock. I want to make him feel good. I want him to want more. You've been dreaming about this, haven't you? I stare up at him and nod, sucking him even harder. Was it a blowjob scene that we read in Flawless?
No, it was the chaps.
Oh, right. She was in her
chaps.
assless chaps.
I was really out.
All chaps are assless.
Yeah,
She's
well,
just
but
not
she
wearing
didn't have
pants
any
with them.
panties with her chaps.
It seems to be a theme. Okay.
I stare up at him and nod, sucking him even harder. That's why you've spent every single day here under my roof, driving me absolutely insane. Teasing me with that perfect ass, these goddamn nipples, and your silky hair.
These goddamn nipples.
Even your laugh makes me hard. Did you know that? It's a little bit too much talking for me.
Well, he promised her that
Yeah,
she
he
wouldn't
said,
give a
"I
talk
won't be
and he
quiet."
would keep a running commentary.
That's
This
true.
is the first time, too.
Yeah.
This is the first time they're being honest with their feelings.
About
As she's like,
blowjobs.
What is that girl on the internet, right?
What
Giving
is it,
the
like,
hawk too.
hot to? I think that's like
Oh my
spitting
God.
on.
The
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she
She's
says.
hot to in it.
Okay.
He said he was going to fuck my mouth, and that's what he does. I hold on for the ride, but it doesn't last long. Soon his thrusts turn longer and harder, rather than fast and frantic. His pinched eyes remain laser focused on mine.
I just pictured lasers coming out of his eyes.
Like just Willa, I'm going to. He huffs out of breath as he trails off, trying to pull away from me, trying to pull out, but I yank him closer, stretch my neck, and give him a little shake of my head as I widen my eyes at him. Fuck. And then I get to watch him come apart, watch him give in, and it feels like winning.
Hashtag winning.
Hashtag winning. His cock jerks and pulses in my mouth, and I swallow as it does. Gulp, gulp. I keep my eyes on his face, even when his flutters shut. Even with his hands so go soft in my hair, I switch from gripping to stroking to gentle touches.
Keep going.
Oh shit! I gotta
Oh,
swipe,
shit.
swipe. Oh,
Oh.
now get on your back. I want to watch you squirm while I taste you for the first time.
All right.
Okay, and then we swipe, swipe, swipe.
If you want.
Her breasts are full and heavy, dusky pink nipples erect and pointing right at me. The lasers are like,
I'm
pew!
picturing Austin Powers, the fembot.
Yes. heavy.
Wasn't there a book where we thought it was dusty nipples?
dusky pink.
Yeah.
That's a specific.
It's like your lipstick.
It's like a muted tone. Oh my god.
It's called Queen Bee by Melted by Too Faced.
It's called dusky nipples.
Dusky. It's a dusky rose.
Dusty nipples.
Stop it.
That's it. That's
Ew.
Look it out. Sorry.
Sorry. You're not
sorry.
sorry.
For you too.
Blur that out.
You're welcome.
Pointing right at me, little silver studs adorn either side, sparkling in the light, and I want to fucking play with those.
What
I
is their
want
little
to-
like spinner toy, like little like fidget
Fidget
spinners?
Like,
Like,
bring, bring, bring. I want to play with everything. If Willa is the playground, I want to fucking play. Period. You are beautiful. There's a lot of
Baby.
italic work in this
Yeah.
book, so anything that's in italic is getting a treatment.
Hashtagged?
Yeah. Fucking perfect. I knew you would be, but goddamn, Willa, you're almost too much. Swipe. I enjoy the little mewling noises mewling. I don't like it. Mew.
Ugh.
The little mewling noises she makes when I brush my thumbs over her nipples. That's a lot of. I swiped like 3 pages and he's still just on the nips.
He's playing with the fidget spinners,
Yeah. She's like, mule.
It's lots of talk.
which you hate. So
Thank you, Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Thank you for not highlighting that. That is a lot of talk. When I pinch them, I push my tongue into her mouth and enjoy the way her hips rock in my direction. Like she just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
Every episode.
It's empowering. It's like a fucking drug, seeing how badly she wants it. And I break the kiss only because I'm not done playing with the rest of her body. Swipe. A lot of quotes in here. There's a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're back to Willa's beauty.
Yeah, okay.
I've died and gone to heaven.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Willa.
Rip. I'm sure of it. Because the way Cade wields his tongue is out of this world. He licks me. He sucks me. He bites me. That's in italics.
Gross.
Bop it.
And then he
Stop
bop
it.
lick it, suck it. And then he makes me thank him for it. It's like with the nips where he's like, bop it, lick it.
This is fun.
Suck it.
4 pages go by. Bro.
He's reduced me to a puddle of hormones on the floor. I'm just like progesterone and estrogen over there.
Oh my God.
Or as the case may be, on my bed, while he kneels on the ground and makes a meal out of me with one rough hand splayed against my inner thigh possessively as he slowly works 2 fingers into my pussy. I squirm and chant, Cade, 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 Cade. Then we're gonna chant it like I'm in. Oh God!
Oh no.
Like I'm in some sort of hot single dad loving cult. I'd be the leader of that cult for sure. Oh wait, I'd be the leader of that cult for sure.
For sure.
His fingers slide home, and I gasp.
The crowd goes wild.
Slide on home. The second base coach is like, go, go, go. I gasp when they curl up into the best spot. No man should be able to find a clit through jeans. She's still in her jeans?
No, she's talking about earlier.
Oh, through jeans and the G-spot in one night. But the one kneeling between my legs can. He doesn't rush. He doesn't slam into me. His movements are languid.
Mm-hmm. Slow and relaxed.
As he wrings out every ounce of pleasure from every corner of my body, and I've felt nothing like it before. Now you're gonna come for me, baby. The way his fingers move, his intense stare while he plays with my pretty pussy. His words, not mine.
Oh,
He said that earlier.
Or he's like,
I
it's
see.
so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so pretty.
She's like, he said it's pretty. Sorry.
Mm.
Causes everything to build. The sensations, the way the shadows play across his hand, some face. Wait.
Handsome face.
Oh.
I just pictured hand puppets on the wall. He's like doing one thing with his hand and the other one's like, it's a doll.
This shows how bad I am with
Entertainment.
reading is that I'm like across his hand, period. But you're like, no, it's handsome. There's just a dash breaking the words up.
She can't read, y'all. It's
I'm
fine.
not good.
This is why we created the podcast, so she could learn.
so that I have to practice out loud.
You're doing really good.
Thank you.
You get a treat.
The way the shadows play across his handsome face and chiseled shoulders, the way they flex when he moves his arms, the feel of his fingertips pushing into the soft flesh of my leg, the sudden way he's sucking at my clit while lazily pushing his fingers into me. And when the pressure winds through my hip, wrapping around the base of my spine, I grip his head and pull his face tight against my pussy, grinding against him as I topple. Cade! I call out, just like I promised him I would, as I come apart, legs shaking, toes curling, the arches of my feet cramp as his movements just continue.
That'll interrupt. You get a foot cramp. That's gonna.
Yeah, she's like,
everything's.
I need potassium. I need potassium.
These are not good noises.
To his move, he doesn't stop too soon, like so many men do.
Barbara likes it.
He listens to Barbara.
Listen up. Don't stop.
Don't stop if she likes it.
Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Fleetwood Mac. There you go.
This is
Don't stop believing.
I feel like that's like
Oh, yeah.
that goes into like our lexicon of where it's like we don't yuck anybody's yum, but it's like if she likes it, don't stop.
Continue.
That needs to be a shirt.
Longer than you think you need to. She will stop you when it is needed to be stopped. Just keep going.
Her foot will cramp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't a chore for him, and I think that might be the sexiest thing about it. Authenticity. He wants it. He likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Oh, we go back. There's a blue.
No, that's okay. That's it.
It's okay. The chaps come into play. What'd you think?
Oh, they fuck again in the morning?
No,
I'm skipping ahead.
Well, they fuck then, but yeah, they talk about fucking, and they literally don't stop fucking. Like literally, they probably have sex like 7 times before they go pick up Luke.
Dang.
And she
He's got
says
3
something
years
about she says something about how she has morning breath, and he was like, "I can't smell your breath if my dick's in your mouth."
Is Cade our new book boyfriend? He's our cowboy. You know what? Nicole with 2 L's. You know what's up.
Fucking
You know what's up.
yeehaw, girl.
You know what is up.
So
I love it. So obviously they end up together.
She's new mommy.
Do we have a third act breakup, or is it
kind of.
God damn it.
So they go to pick up Luke, and obviously right away Harvey knows that they had sex. It's so funny.
The pheromones.
Yeah, he's like, "What's up?"
He's like, y'all are relaxed.
You have
Yeah, that's exactly what he says.
Really?
That's exactly what he
you
says.
have morning dick breath?
They're talking about Luke's party, a birthday party, and then they have this big like ranch party where they like do the vaccinations for the horses and the cows.
Happy
and they
birthday,
sponsor
kid. By Big Pharma.
they tag them and stuff. So they kind of have like a big like cookout, and everybody comes out.
Up the cows.
No, well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
But-
probably.
They're talking about how Luke's mom's gonna be there, and Luke.
Oh, right, because she comes in town for his birthdays only.
Luke tells Willa that he wishes that she was his mom,
Oh.
and that when that little boy held him underwater, he said, "Your mom doesn't even like you," or something like that.
So did that kid went missing, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
killed him after the
We know
party.
where he is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
the
they're
cookout, not the animals.
Yeah, they fed him to the
Bullshit.
pigs,
Yeah.
like one of the other.
He's being barbecued currently and served up as a hot
on
dog.
on a little spit. They didn't even try to hide it.
They're just like, "That's him."
That's him.
Fucking
Yeah.
learn.
So Willa tells Luke that she loves him, and it's real sweet. So day of the party, it's kind of fucked up because the mom asked if they could push the party till later because she has dinner plans, and
This
he's
bitch.
like, "Absolutely not." And
There's room on the spit for her too.
she still shows up fucking late.
Yep.
Of course.
Obviously Luke is super awkward around her, doesn't really know how to interact with her because
Yeah.
she's never really around.
Yeah.
She's obviously like all over Cade, like running her hands.
She can tell that comfortable. Oh, the mom is running her hands through Cade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like touching him and being all gross. And
Gross.
All yucky.
obviously, Cade is more worried about how the mom is going to respond to Willa and Luke's relationships
Right.
because they are so tight. And she
Oh, now you wanna be a mom.
immediately knows right away that Cade and Willa are sleeping together. She can just tell.
The pheromones.
The dick breath.
He's got a wet
She
stain
can smell
on his
the
pants.
breath, yeah. She basically tells him that she tricked him into getting her pregnant, that she said she was on birth control and she wasn't. It was like her, like what she was
Trying to
trying
lock
to
it
do.
down.
But she was like, but good luck because even though he's got a big dick, he's boring and cold. And
She's like, it wasn't boring when he was face first in my puss.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know about you, baby mama, but I've got a really pretty pussy, so he's happy.
Yeah. She's like, I'm chanting his name at my cult.
I shouldn't have said that.
No, we're gonna isolate that.
So Willa obviously is super jealous. She like storms off and goes to the house.
She's a fire sign.
He chases after her, and he's like, why are you? What's wrong? And she was like,
what's wrong? What could be bothering you today?
He doesn't know what she said, and so she tells him what she said, and he's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Like,
we hate her.
She kind of sucks. I don't know if you picked up on that.
Yeah. And he was like, even though that was a bad situation, Luke is the best thing that ever happened to me, and so I just try not to think about it.
Even in the situations, like, she knows that, like, you can know, like, that person sucks, but they can still affect you in that way when they talk shit or they're just, like, shitty or needling or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think obviously she's trying to get under her skin, but I think the thing that Willa's the most upset about is that she's like, she had everything with you, and I'm just the nanny. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so he basically tells her, like, okay, so she's like, I need a drink. And she's looking for a wine opener, and she opens up the junk drawer, and she finds her underwear in there.
The original black panties?
Yeah, which he said he threw away. And it's like the one place where he thought he could just stash something that no one would ever find.
He's very bad at hiding things. Oh my God.
He's like, I put it in my front pocket this time.
I put it in the freezer.
What? So she asked,
anyone could find it. Okay, cool.
She asked, I still have my panties.
Yeah, she asked why he kept them, and he says, because you were never just the nanny. You've always been more the woman I wanted and wouldn't let myself have.
Soulmates.
And then she says something like,
if it were a glove, if it were a hat, like, I don't know, something about the panties, like, why'd you kept my panties? Like, it's,
I mean, I guess from the first meeting, I think it's just more of like, if she
you were
found
always
it in
more.
his,
You were the strange woman who was dropping her panties in the coffee bar.
If she found it in his, like, nightstand, but it's
Yeah.
in the kitchen
It's in the
junk
junk drawer.
It's where you go look for scissors.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
It's just strange to me. But
well,
okay.
I think it was just like the day of, he was just like, I need to get these away from me.
Quick.
Yeah, but he didn't throw them away. And I think it was just like saying, like, I liked you the moment I saw you.
Yeah.
I thought her laugh is what got him. And
what's her laugh?
I don't know. I think he did say it sounds like wind chimes. I don't know.
What was this?
Is that a laugh?
Nailed it. What was the Snoopy laugh you were talking about? It's that. All right.
That's a JR laugh from Dallas where he goes,
Oh, Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas. Is that a show you like?
Yeah, I like it. That was last summer show. That's where they're at
She
South Ridge.
says she had everything I didn't realize that I wanted, and she just took it all for granted and walked away. And now she's here acting all entitled, and I'm so jealous my teeth ache. I've never felt
He's
like
you know
this,
what cures toothaches?
and I just want it to stop. I don't want what she had, he goes, you don't want what she had, you deserve more, and I'm gonna give it to you. Not if you understand. She keeps talking about, you know,
She had it first.
Is he
Yeah.
holding her jaw and when it's like getting up real close? Like
kinda, yeah. I love, he
not
says,
if you understand.
yeah. I love Luke, you love Luke, and the three of us feel right together. Tonight she's gonna be gone and you're still gonna be here. And at the end of the summer, you'll leave, but you'll be back because there's no way in hell that this ends here. I won't allow it. We're going to figure this out. You got me? She keeps talking and he shoves her underwear in her mouth to shut her up and bends her over the counter and fucks her.
I'm back. I'm back.
That's the way you should propose, fellas.
Yeah. Tell her, like, shut the fuck up. Love it.
Should I spoil the rest of the book?
Yeah, if you don't, yeah.
Fast forward if you don't want to hear this. But
surprised that they're probably
he
together.
ends up getting her at the cattle party, the cattle tagging party. Nothing too dramatic, but his
like
hand...
fucks her?
That's the birthday party.
Oh, and then there's a cattle
And then
party.
they have the cattle party, which is pretty close afterwards. And
Does he burn his hand?
He breaks his hand, and so she takes him to the hospital. It's kind of funny on the way. He was like, were you worried about me when they came and got you? Because he was like, I only want Willa to take me to the hospital.
Oh.
And she was like,
a baby.
I was worried how you're going to be able to finger fuck me with your left hand.
She's a fire sign.
That's what she does.
That's a fire sign.
So they get there. His hand is broken, but guess who the fucking doctor is? Winter, Summer's sister.
Oh, the one who's with the
Yes.
Okay, I was thinking, I was like, what's the book where they show up at the hospital and it's the X and it's the same fucking series.
Yes.
She did it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
She got us.
So Winter, she looks like shit.
Was it a stalker doctor that was in love with her or something?
No.
It was like an age inappropriate thing. He was like a predator.
Summer had a heart defect.
And her doctor fucked her.
Right.
Her
Didn't tell anyone and then got engaged
That was
to her
that
sister.
random third act. That was
Yes.
like,
And we're doing it again. So Winter looks like shit.
Winter looks like shit. She lost the baby. I don't know if you remember, she was pregnant at the end of the book. And she lost the baby. She's still with him, but she's obviously thinking about leaving him.
She's not doing great.
Willa tells her, like, Summer's been trying to reach out to you. Why don't you respond? And she says that she's embarrassed by
still being with her abuser.
Well, and just the way that she treated her, you know. And obviously, remember, her mom was like a bitch because it was a Summer was a child out of wedlock.
Evil stepsister, but not. But yes, but not. Like, yeah.
She says something about how they were all really tight, and she was like, "Yeah, you and Summer always were synced up on your period." And Willa is like, "Oh no,
I'm pregnant.
Summer had cramps the other day, and I haven't started my period." Turns out when she had the stomach bug, she threw up her birth control. And she got pregnant.
Lukey Pukey. We're going to be a family.
He was like, I'm going to have a little brother or sister.
I ate that rotten lettuce. Let's do it.
Willa gets her a pregnancy test, and it turns out she is pregnant.
Oh, my God.
Little baby cow hands.
Of course, the miscommunication ensues. She thinks that Cade's going to be upset, that she trapped him.
He shoved your panties in your mouth.
He said, we're going to be together forever, and shove panties down your throat.
She said, I'm going to fix it. And she's like, I got to go.
She tells him, and he's shocked, obviously. And she just says, I know this isn't...
I came inside of you, and you got pregnant. Wow.
This has never happened to me before.
I don't... Yeah. The last woman I had sex with, this happened.
God, my run of luck, I swear.
Birth control, schmirk control. She says, like, let's take time away and figure it out. You need to figure out what you really want. You've never been able to do anything for yourself, and I don't want to trap you in another situation. So let's take a break. We've been living together. It's hard to, like, make these decisions when we're in each other's face.
Because that is his trauma 2.0 of just the same shit where she's all about you. Now she's pregnant. You're going to be together, and then she's going to bail. So she wants to give him a minute to be like, be fucking sure about this.
Yes.
All those
that
hormones.
does make sense.
So that's
not like a miscommunication so much as it's like,
trauma.
Hey.
Well, I think the miscommunication is that she thinks that he's going to be upset and think that she's doing the same thing that Luke's mom did.
Sure.
And then he thinks she's so young. Does she really want to be tied down to me? And this is so new.
They just have their, like, what if you're not fully in it? What if you're not fully in it?
But they're both fully in it.
But they both are like, I want to make sure that you are sure so that my paranoid shit doesn't come out when I'm like, you know, I didn't sleep well. And I'm like, you hate me. You never wanted to be with me anyway.
Yeah.
She leaves. She doesn't go home to the city right away. That night, she stays at the main house with Harvey, the dad. And he basically says, okay. And then he ends up showing up and tells the dad what's going on. And it's funny because the dad goes, what, do you got some kind of breeding kink? Like, you never heard of condoms?
Is he reading smut? How does he know about
it? That's exactly what he says. He was like, how do you even know these terms? I think he might have a book, but
he's like, Mom's been dead for a while.
I don't know if it's in this series or if it's another series. I'm not sure.
What if it's like a prequel? Like when he falls in love with her mom?
No, he's
into it now.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
We'll find out.
You know. Ageless.
Nicole, tell us.
So he doesn't bother her, but he sleeps outside the bedroom door. And so when she opens it, he like falls down. She's like, what are you doing here?
Oh my God, I love when they're pathetic.
Yeah, but she still ends up going back.
Yeah.
And of course, they're just super sad without each other.
Yeah.
They go home.
And she's got morning sickness, so it's like a lot.
Yeah, she goes back, and he put in like a new, when he is upset, he gardens or cleans or something like that. So when she comes back, he's completely put in like a new walkway in front of their house.
He's like, yeah, I've been working on a few things here.
And he put little hearts and stones in the cement. And it was because her and Luke were always chalk drawing on the sidewalk, on the driveway, and she would always put hearts.
He's got a water moon.
And he put his initials, Luke's initials, and Willa's initials in the cement. But he put Willa's initials as W-E.
Eaton.
And she was like, those aren't my initials. And he's like, not yet.
Oh, does he get on a knee and propose then?
No.
He's had a lot of these proposals.
He already did.
But
I think the ring was the underwear down the throat.
Yeah.
Did you swallow it?
I don't really remember too much after that.
But they end up together.
But they are together, yeah.
I love this one. So there was no milk. There were no chaps. I'm in. This is great.
I assume like probably book 3, then you get to touch back on them being like, they had the baby. You know.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I love this.
This is a good cowboy one.
I'm obsessed.
This was a nice mix of like he's a cowboy, but also like
Grumpy Sunshine kind of stuff.
Shut your mouth. I'm gonna,
I guess it wouldn't be
He
Grumpy
is
Sunshine.
dirty.
It'd be
And
like,
I think it's such a good juxtapose, you know.
What is it when there's Grumpy Sunshine, but she's not necessarily sunshine. She's kind of banter.
Is.
She does smell like sunshine.
It's grumpy sass.
Yeah.
She
Grumpy
pushes
sassy
his
pants.
buttons, and it's very like bantery, not like
toe to toe.
You should be more optimistic, Cade. Like yeah.
What do the good people at Goodreads think?
So a friend of the pod on Goodreads, Jamie, 5 stars. She loved it.
She knows
absolutely adorable. I like this one even better than the first book. Same. Willa is absolutely hysterical. Cade is lovable but so grumpy, and Luke sounds like the cutest kid you could ever imagine.
Oh, lettuce head.
The spice was top tier, and I love that there are no huge life-altering issues keeping them apart. I love and loved this book. I thought that was something that I enjoyed, is that there wasn't this like big third act breakup. It was more like, of like a
shit just got real.
Oh shit, we got pregnant.
See where the next step is.
Let's be real clear about what we want and not just.
It wasn't like, oh, something from Willa's past came up and
yeah. We have to stay in Vegas for 30 days or whatever.
The judge said we have to stay married.
It's the rules.
Yeah.
Mia said, while I like the first book, this one didn't do anything for me. Ship has no chemistry, moves too fast, and the nickname I need compensation for, literally, I suffered.
What was the nickname?
Red.
I don't have a problem with it.
Someone else mentioned, like, it's such a lazy...
It is, just, but...
Yeah.
It's like, he called her baby. That's lazy and so common. Well,
yeah, he does call her baby.
He also shoved her underwear down her throat, so...
Yeah. I don't really care. Yeah.
Focus on what you want to focus on, you know?
Grace said, literally so bad. Like, how is that all going to happen in 2 months? Just what the fuck? Never again, never ever. I need to go read another book to wash my mind from this series.
I wonder if this is our friend Grace who comes here.
No.
And I know it's not, but like, it'd be funny if it was.
I think that when you're living together, things get heightened.
The books I've been reading are literally the first time they have sex are like, shit, we're soulmates. Like, it's a week.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Also, they met because he had to kidnap her and stuff. I'm in a mafia run right now.
love.
Fanfic who I've read. I'm sorry, but remember the book Ruthless Creatures that we did?
She read the whole series.
I started the second book that morning, and by Wednesday, I had finished all 4 books.
Love it. What's your book count so far this year?
I'm almost at 300.
My God, how?
I'm mentally ill. Thank God we have this podcast to justify the situation.
Oh my God.
My screen time's down to only like 6 hours a day.
Because you've been on your iPad?
It's lacking. No, it counts, but...
okay.
You were saying Vanessa?
Well, who else is shitting on our favorite book?
Anika gave 10 reasons.
Oh shit. My God.
Let's begin. Number 1, Cade calling himself a gentleman and then keeping her panties in his back pocket.
That's the kind of gentleman I want.
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
my kind of gentleman.
Number 2, the number of time panties was mentioned.
Okay, it wasn't chaps or milk, but okay.
He did, number 3, words like creamy skin. He did say that her skin was creamy,
redheads
milky.
Are pale. No, Canadian. Big milk in Canada.
Number 4, my kitty is too sore from riding your massive pole.
Yeah, kitty.
Did she say that?
Yeah.
They called it kitty in Ruthless
like
Creatures, and I forgot to say it.
That was just one time, and I think she's just joking.
But one is all you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was more of like a joke, so she wasn't being like serious.
Use a different word as a joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Willa was way too quirky for me to understand. There's no emotional connection between the characters. The writing is not for me. Just when I thought it couldn't get worse, another trope that I hate. Everything happens in the last 100 pages. I feel like it's just to wrap it up.
He came in his pants in the first 200. I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know if there was a third act breakup.
Okay.
She's upset. That's a lot of reasons.
I wonder if she always gives 10 reasons for all of her reviews.
I should look.
Yeah.
I like that. Like a list.
I liked it. I thought it was like naughty.
Yeah.
Was there more?
I was just going to say, Shannon said, as the great Taylor Swift once said, if a man does something, it's strategic. If a woman does something, it's calculated.
Bitch, she is correct.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Look at that. That was a good book, Vanessa.
That
was very good.
You were wrestling. You chose the right one.
I know.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole, 2 L's.
Yeah. Nicole with 2 L's.
Yeah.
So Nicole with 2 L's contributes a lot to
Hell yeah.
product research.
Yes.
Ideas.
Quality check.
Quality check, yeah.
And essentially wide shoes, because that's what made us realize we're fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's when I realized that you didn't know what we were saying.
I really was just like, wide shoes. I don't know. He's got big feet. I just moved on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love it.
This is fun.
Thank you, Nicole with 2 L's. Thank you, Vanessa with 2 S's. And, or Vanessa with 2 V's. Barbara with 2 B's. You know, me with a E. I don't know. If you liked it, let us know. Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. Send us an email if you have a recommendation, or if you have a person you want us to know about, send it to us. You can DM us on all of our socials, share our stuff. Email us at clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com. We try to get back to those as much as we can. And if you're on our Patreon, patreon.com/clutchmypearlspod, you get a bonus episode each month at our book boyfriend level, as well as an episode ad-free and a day early. For Patreon, see you Monday. For everyone else, see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Oh my God. Wow.